Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom,
And I am Mike.
and today, Mystery Mash
I'm gonna
Monday.
be happy Mike right now because it's smelling pretty good from
Wow.
here. Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know where I'm going to cut that one. We'll see what happens on that one. You went right over it, but that's fine. I'll weasel in it somewhere. If it looks bad, I apologize in advance.
If
But
it sucks, I apologize.
it does look pretty
it has a
dark
little
over
woofer.
here. Oh, I haven't even smelt it. So again, Mystery Mash Monday. I unleashed my wife on the many bottles we have on the other side of the room. We try to guess type. We try to guess proof. We try to guess whether it's finished or not, which I think we're over 80. What we think the price should be, and then ultimately we'll grade it before you even know what it is. It's in a bucket over here next to me. You're going to know what it is. You're going to see the thumbnail, and you're going to see the, you'll see the bottle when we reveal it. But this isn't jiving out at me. Just
No,
for the record.
nose-wise, it did not.
You said it was wafting, and I'm not really wafting
Well, it
anything.
did from a distance, and then
Like I got my
Kinda
honker
like-
in there, and I ain't smelling really a whole lot of
no,
anything.
it's better. It's better
get a
from
sip.
afar. But then the taste has got a nice little sweetness, and it seems to stick around a little bit on a baby sip. I only get like sweetness though. Did you get anything after that?
Yeah, this is a Texas whiskey or a single malt. That's what I got. I think I got a malty flavor at the end. I'm gonna go with that right off the bat. I got a malty flavor at the end. So which a lot of times like you get that off like the Garrison Brothers when you
No,
get that
I-
really
I-
dark. Come on, you wait until we start talking, and you bunk me with your nose under the table. I notice I look weird. Like people are like, "What is he doing?" Well, that's what I'm doing. Someone's bunking me in with his nose. All right, let me see. I'm hoping after the first sip. I didn't think it was proofy though, but I took a baby sip because I wasn't sure.
No. We're at 100 easy. I know I've been off a couple of times, but mostly, we're up there because I didn't even switch that and it's hanging on.
Okay.
Yours isn't?
No, I did switch that a lot.
It numbs
I
your
wanted
tongue.
to get more
it
of
numbs
the-
your tongue
Yeah.
pretty damn heavily.
I don't want to say like 120s or anything like that, but like
I'm closer to 100, but
okay. Do you get that malt at the end?
I'm trying.
Okay. No, I'm
But-
just wondering. Did I talk myself into it? I hate when I do that.
I don't really get a crazy malt.
We do have.
I do have a little drizzle. Sometimes I do get that with a
This is
malt.
gonna be tricky. I'm gonna see as this opens up in my glass because we do have a couple. I remember I went on a Texas whiskey run there for a while because Steve and I were really liking the single malts, and I was like, you know what, we gotta go get back to. And I didn't buy another Balcones, so that's not over there. But I do think I had like an Iron Root and something else, a couple Texas whiskey ones that I wanted to try that we've never cracked. This is bringing me kind of in that direction.
I could go with a malt though. When you swish it, you get that little malt.
I'm not really getting it on the nose though.
No.
Which is making me wonder if it's not.
Is it a malted rye?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's
Because
definitely a possibility.
It definitely has like a numbness. You know, the huge baby orgeat for me when I swish it, my tongue is numb, and it's just drizzles. So I'm leaning towards a malted rye myself for a quick guess on that.
I definitely
I
get
have
that.
no mint.
No, I get that. I'm leaning towards a Texas whiskey. I really am.
It could be in that ballpark as well. It could be. It has the darkness of it.
You guys can leave a comment down below if you to me the single malt and the Texas whiskey or the same old Moses that we got out of Oklahoma really has like that that burnt molasses flavor that kind of kicks in, that kind of, and I'm kind of in that realm because I'm not getting a ton of the malt. Kind of like when we did the old wine at the 80 proof. You got a hint of the malt, but it was so watered down, you really didn't get the concentration you get out of the cask strength ones that we did from them. You know what I mean? It's kind of giving me that hint of a malt, like that ending.
I think we're in a malt.
Okay. I may switch to a Texas whiskey, but because the nose isn't screaming single malt to me.
Well, the nose isn't screaming really anything.
It's gotten better as it sits in the glass, but not by leaps and bounds.
Again, okay, you're right. I'll agree with that. It's not like selling anything. Honestly, you gotta reach.
I'm not getting your proof.
I just get the numbness in my tongue.
Yeah.
But it's not sitting in my throat. So you could be right. We could be down into
low 90s.
No more than 100 probably now.
Okay.
I
wanted
it could be 98.
I don't even think it's that high. I think it's man, I'm gonna try it again.
It's that pop rocky numbness.
This might be the lower proof Garrison Brother is what I'm thinking in my head. I know I had one over there.
Could be.
I think
Which
I had
is 92.
one over there. Man, that's been in the sack for well over a year. Probably going on 2 when we did the first one. So I couldn't tell you the proof anymore.
I could go 92 actually.
That's where I was kind of hovering around.
Because I just took a sip and I just swallowed it and it doesn't bury your hair. It doesn't do anything. So I'll stick to the 92. Is it what you're saying? Is it a malt or is it not?
I think it's a Texas whiskey.
The
I do get that malty flavor at the end.
There is,
but the Garrison Brothers is a Texas whiskey, and that's what I'm leaning towards.
And that had a tweak in its own.
It did. It has that
whole.
It brings you between a malt and like a almost like a burnt molasses. Well, molasses tastes burnt anyways, but like it brings me kind of in that. You know what I mean? Like it's a dark.
To me, molasses is sweet.
Yeah, but it's like a burnt version of like maple syrup. You know what I mean? Like it's you know,
that's your version.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Not that I eat a lot of molasses, but
yeah, probably not.
No,
you don't even make ginger snaps.
I do not. I've never made them in my life.
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna go one more sip, and then I'm gonna try to throw something out there.
I'm going.
92. Okay, these are very hard. If you've never tried it, have somebody pour you just something random. Like we easily have over 80 bottles. That's what I thought you were referring to over there underneath the thing. So, and some of them have been over there for over 3 years. Like we just keep passing them up, you know. So,
and all the ones he doesn't want to do, they go to the back. I might screw with him. He gets all mad.
That one had a multi flavor. Now I was trying to talk. Now you hit me in the gullet.
Oh, that's my fault.
No. I don't put them in the back. They just been here so long. They end up in the back because the newer ones I put out front because I want to get them out.
Who does this? Anyway, you could be right with a Texas whiskey.
It could be a single. That had a lot of malt.
But I think it'll be a malt. All right. You know, there's nothing better than doing a show where one of us can't talk. And it's even funnier when he can't because he wants to F with me every time I can.
Because I wanted to chime in because you're over there saying, I don't move them. That's just where they started. We just been putting boxes in front of them.
See how little things make them aggravated. That's
because you make it sound like I did it on purpose, but I didn't. I'm going to move every fucking bottle over there tonight. I can tell you that. They're going to be shuffled like a bag. They're going to look like a fucking Plinko system over there.
The little things stress them out.
You know I was stressed out anyways. And then you got to tweak me. All right, let's see. I'm going to go.
Life is good. I'm going to go with them all. 92.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I can go up to 90. I'm going to go Texas whiskey. I'm going to say, man, I want to say 86. I really do, but I'll say 90, 86 to 90. No, it's in that range.
You could be right. It's not a powerful drinker. It's not a strong drinker. It's an easy drinker. It's actually tasty.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna. I don't remember what that Garrison Brother is, but it doesn't.
I'm not guessing a bottle.
No. I'm thinking it could possibly be that. I don't believe it's finished. I think it's just been sitting in a hot sun for a little bit. I don't think it's finished.
Does it have a wine flavor?
It's hard to tell, man, because whatever this is, you know, it really does change when you add a bunch of
wood. It might have a light wine flavor in this. Mm-hmm. So to be opposite with you, I'm going to go finished, and I'm thinking only because all those are up there. If it's over $59.99, I'm sad. I'm sad.
I would want to be more towards like the $39.99. Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's good. It's not carrying any of the proof or the flavor, the taste. It's like a watered down version of whatever could have been great. That's what I'm thinking.
I can almost 100% agree with that. It's good.
Yep.
And for those of you that like a lower end and not proofy, this is not hard to drink at all.
It's not.
You
It's
could
not.
woof
And it's
this.
giving you that tiptoe into like that malty land or the Texas
Tiptoe.
whiskey land.
Remember him?
Yeah. I'm going B- at best.
I forgot a letter.
Yeah, I think this is just this is okay, but it really does. It kind of reminds me of the Garrison Brothers behind me, just watered down. That's
honest, why. I could go C plus a B minus.
That's I'm in that same range.
It's this
benefit
is
of the
not
doubt. It's
even
drinkable.
But again, if this is like a $70 bottle, then it's definitely a C plus.
No, I hear you. Not that we grade it that way, but I agree with that. No,
in my head,
in your head. No, I hear you. I do agree with it. So I think we hit all the criteria. We're going to see. You actually wanted to go where it was, but wow, this is a Texas whiskey, but this isn't the one I was thinking of.
It's got to be low proof.
Jesus. No, we're terrible at this game. This drink's off the silk. This is 116 proof. So, wow. Let me find this in my notes, and I'll get back to you in a minute. Mm-hmm. That's a single. All right, so we are back, and that wasn't bad. It only took about an hour to find this thing. It was in the third book we looked at.
I'm late.
This has been in the sack for well over probably 2 years, anyways. But let's get right into the particulars on this one. I have to say, I can't wait to go back and try it because it's been poured in my glass for a while now because this did not drink what I'm looking at. It really didn't. So this is the Still Austin limited release single barrel cask strength bourbon whiskey. This comes in at 116 proof. I went down to like 86. This does not drink anywhere near that. So kudos to that.
It is kudos to them 100%. It's not a rough drinker at all. It is not a rough drinker. At a 116, definitely not.
All right. So this is, we got it for $79.99. It's a minimum of 2 years. It's distilled at the Still Austin Whiskey Company out of Austin, Texas. It is 70% white corn, 25% Elbin rice, I believe, 5% wildfire malted barley. And again, I can't wait to get back into this one because it did bring, if 5%.
You did go to Texas.
Yes.
So, and out of spite, I was going to be, okay, no, we're going to go to a malt. But
it does bring a malted flavor at the end. So easy. It's super easy. And that's why it really...
It's kind of less now.
No, that's why I went with the Texas whiskey, because it wasn't bringing me a malted nose. It was kind of bringing me that Texas whiskey. And I was doing
the devil's advocate because we could have went either way, but it doesn't drink rough at all. This might be their smoothest one out there. For 114, is that what you said?
Yep, 116. It finishes with a heavy malted flavor, which I absolutely love. That's why I was teetering on it. Jeez. I was teetering on that single malt.
It does have a
variant
malt
of it. It really does. It finishes on that.
With a sparkle. But not,
I thought this was lower proof because we recently just did this Still Austin bottle and bond, and I thought it hung on longer than what this actually hangs on. This... I haven't had their cask strength. We have it right behind us in a long time. I'll be curious now to see because it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe we're broken today. I don't know what to tell you. But this one is good. But
it's good.
I stand by everything we said though, because if it is a single malt, it tasted like when we did the old line lower proof single malt that was watered down because you're getting a hint of that malt flavor at the end, but it's not meant to be that. So that makes it different.
Take a bigger sip now because we can actually have some. It does carry and it does hold on. So we want to miss it in our baby sips, but no excuses.
There's no way. When you
when
you do that with a bigger sip like that, you get a bigger malty present. It brings me more towards the single malt aspect.
Correct.
It really does.
That's the lane I was in.
It really does.
Which is not a bad thing either. It's just
there is not a chance I'm anywhere near over 100 proof though. Still drinking it now. There's no way I'm over 100
that's
proof.
A plus to them.
Which is kudos to how easy a drinker this actually is. This is one that would get you in trouble because you're going to wolf this right down. I'm going to wolf this right down. I won't say you. This is going whoop, and then I'm going to have issues.
I just took actually out of spite. I just took a decent sip, and it hits a little bit, but it's not even.
I would never put it in that price
in
that proof range. Which again is a compliment to
it is very easy, very smooth, especially coming out of there because it usually has a sparkle, has a little roughness, and this is. It's no way. It's not even. You can't even. It's very tame.
And when I was saying it was a watered down, I didn't mean flavor. It's not watered down flavor. What it drinks like is when we just recently did Sunday Funday, and it was yesterday's. So when we drank that barrel, it drank way more refined than the rest of them. That's what this one's doing. This
I agree.
drinking,
No, you are
there's
correct.
zero elbows going on with this one. Zero.
So yeah, you tend to lack luster the proof, but it's 116.
But with that, what I'm saying
So
is when you're
that's
guessing,
100%.
when you're guessing totally blind,
Mhm.
then that's what brings you into. I think we're in this realm. We weren't in that realm. We
No.
were in a whole different land.
Agreed.
And that's that's the tricky part of doing things blind. But
Kudos. I say kudos. Great job.
I will be interested now. I might have to make. We have 4 of them, and they're all different proofs. We might have to throw them in just for fun one day, and do a still Austin off. See which one actually
Still
because
Austin off.
there's a variety. The only thing I'm thinking is because we just had that. It was an oak bomb on that, and it was a 6-year oak bomb, and it was so good. But it doesn't taste anything like this. So I'd be curious if we just put them up against each other and see. If you guys want to see that, leave a comment down below just to see. Like it is going to be 4 distinct
oak and it has a nice oak end.
See, it's bringing me a nice malt in. Actually, I'm really getting
the
that
very
that
end
single
to me
malt
is end.
flavor at the end.
I can go malt to end.
Mm-hmm. Again, I'll be curious. You guys leave a comment down below. Again, this is a single barrel, so everyone is going to be different. This has been sitting in there forever, and I kept saying, I just assumed I haven't had the cask strength in a dog's age, so I can't wait to see. I might have to put single barrel versus the cask strength, see which one
very
we like
dark.
better. It is
Always intriguing because they are always dark.
because they're a minimum of 2 years. That's the funny thing. That
Well,
just goes to
that's the other crank.
tribute to Texas
you know,
weather, where especially if I think they're out of Austin, Texas. Besides, so now
Imagine
you're down
it's
in
still Austin.
Well, so you're in the no, they are. So you're out of the desert. You know what I mean? So it'll get cold at night, hot in the day. You know what I mean? There's like a huge temperature swing, and that's what whiskey loves. The in and out of the barrel. So
Yeah.
well, there you go. That's our
what
review.
most people like. In and out of the barrel.
If you guys would like if you guys would like
Had to throw it out
if
there.
you've had this, leave a comment down below. I'll be curious to see what you guys actually think of this. I think this is way off profile what their actual cask strength one is. So I'll be curious to see if I put these all together, what happens. But I may actually write that. Future Tom, write that down. But I sometimes remember when I actually talk to myself.
Correct.
But there you go. That's our review of this one. Again, this one totally fooled us. We were absolutely bamboozled.
It
And for
was.
116 proof, this is a banging
It
bottle.
doesn't drink that.
Nope, not at all. So
I would select it.
that's the funny thing. That's the tricky part of doing them when you're totally blind. Who knows? But again,
If
we're
you're
gonna
out
see.
traveling, I would definitely grab this.
I want to see just per price out of their own distillery where it actually lands in there, because I think that's where the bottled and bond was too. And I don't know if that brought. It's hard to do it unless you're actually doing it up against each other. I do like this. This is a single malty flavor though, so it's totally different. So it's going to be a weird blind because everything's going to just stand out. But
True.
there you go. This is the Still Austin LE single barrel cask strength. It says limited. We get this at Total Wine. I remember when I bought it. So there it is. Again, if you tried it, leave a comment down below. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Cheers.
Cheers.